Hello fabulous ones, welcome back to my channel. I am Marlo Keenan, and if you're new here, welcome to the fabulous family. Today I'm super stoked about this video today. I wanted to do a video where I am showing you guys how I do a cut crease. Not only a cut crease, but a dramatic look. And I wanted to do this because I feel like a lot of people, have asked me, A, how do I do it? And B, think that it's really difficult, and it really isn't. So I hope I really did this video justice. This is my first time really trying to go into detail about how I do it, why I do it, and the execution of how I do it. And so I feel like this is kind of my start in getting more practice and really explaining to you guys how I do these creative looks on my eye, especially my type of eye, because I have extreme hooded eyes. However, I do have a lot of space. So I hope that I did it okay. So give me a minute, let me do a few videos like this and I will get better. But let me go into telling you what I use. I use the Makeup Geek Colors Matrix palette, and obviously I used all these blues here in this row. I love this palette. I will explain more as I go within the tutorial of why I feel it's so user-friendly and all of that good jazz, okay? And then the obvious star of the show of the glitter is by Midas Cosmetics times Jennifer Locanis, and this is in Sparkling with Love. So before you leave, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. Now, enough jibber jabber, let's get into the video. Ooh, my jam is on. And if you threw a party and invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. Okay guys, we're gonna get right into it, okay? First off, I am gonna go into my P. Louise base, and I'm using, what is this, number 2. Hi, and I'm gonna just go ahead real quickly and coat the eye. And I do like using this base. I use it actually, to be honest with you, for all my dramatic looks. And I'm just patting it. I'm trying not to use that much. I don't even know why I went right here. Because I'm just going to be taking that off when I cut the crease, so I'm not going to add any more right there, because at the end of the day I feel it just wastes product, you know what I'm saying? So I am trying to be good this year and just be conscientious about what I'm using, what I'm buying, how often I'm using and buying, all that good jazz. So yeah, that's my story and I'm sticking to it, okay? You know what I'm mad about though? Like, out of all the days that I'm trying to do kind of like this teaching tutorial, I am like having a bad eyebrow day and I can't stand that. Okay, so now what I want to tell you guys, again, I have extreme hooded eyes. However, I have a lot of eye space. I really do. So thank God that my eye space is compensating for that hood. Now, you guys can't tell, but if I look like this, like my hood extends all the way beyond my lower lash line. So I am only going to take the shadow like right here at that corner. When I do start blending out, and you see it'll just come like that's the line right there basically. But my shadow will be buffed out a little bit beyond that, but I'm not going to go beyond that because then it's going to look funky when I do my lower lash line. I'll explain in a second. So the first shade I'm going to go in with is Blew Me Away right here. And this shade I feel is more, it's blue, but it's like teal. I feel like this whole row is teal. And I'm going to show you how to utilize this one row, and you can use the rows the exact same way. So it's really beginner friendly, even though, like I said, this is a dramatic look, but you guys could do it. I promise you, it's like super easy, especially using a palette like this, okay? Now, what I do want to talk about are brushes. Now I'm going to do a dedicated brush tutorial. I don't know when, don't ask me when, it's going to come. But for me, the brushes are very important. So when I go in with my transitional shade, again, I have so much space, I could use a bigger brush. If you take somebody else like Nikki Tutorials, when she does her transitional shade, she's probably going to use a different brush than I do, with probably a lot smaller one, because she doesn't have that much space. So the brush that I'm going to go in with is the Morphe E23, and this is a big brush, guys. This is a big brush. It's round tipped, it's fluffy, and all of that jazz. And I could use a slightly smaller brush. I could use several different brushes on this upper portion to go ahead and buff that out for a transitional shade, but this actually just performs faster for me. So it's like, you know, why not use it? You know what I'm saying? And also it depends on the technique that I'm using. I'm going in with the lighter shade and then going in with the darker shade. Sometimes I pack in the darker color and then blend it out. But you could do it any way you want to, whatever's comfortable for you. I'm choosing to do from light to dark. So what I'm going to do, and I'm still going to use the same type of method in terms of application. Look at that, already creasing, okay? I'm going to go ahead and tap it in. Tap that blow, no, it's not blow me away, it's blew me away shade, which is, to me, is really like more teal than blue. But, and then I'm just going to buff it in, just like such. Just buff, buff, and buff, and I'm bringing it out, okay? So you see, I'm extending it out. The reason why I do this a lot, you guys see me do this a lot in my tutorials, is because I have hooded eyes, again, and this is the most flattering. Like, the cat-shaped eye is the most flattering. I don't do the round-shaped eyeshadow. You will probably never see me do the round-shaped eyeshadow, because I do not believe that it looks flattering on my eyes because of the way my eyes are shaped. So you really got to know, if you got hooded eyes, you got big lids or whatever, you know what I mean? You have to do what works for you. For me, this is the best method. But if you do have eyes that your eyes look beautiful in a round shape, you can still do the same look, just round it out instead. And if I want to apply more, I will, and then I'm going to clean it up a little bit at the end. Sometimes I have to clean it up, sometimes I don't. This eye, I did not have to reshape it because the shape came out perfectly the way I wanted it to the first time. So we'll see what happens with this eye. And these shadows blend out so beautifully. I mean, it's really blended. But I'm going to tell you guys, I'll be editing this video in the sense that I am obsessed with blending. I could sit and blend in a shadow forever, and I really don't need to. Like, once it's blended, it looks beautiful. But for some reason, it's just like, oh my god, oh, keep on blending because it looks so pretty, you know. But you know, okay, so that first shade blended out beautifully. Now again, you see I smoked it out all the way over here, but again, my end of my hood is like right here. So look, it is quite perfect the way it is at the moment, and it's just a little buffed out. So again, I'll be able to tell if I have to do any cleanup later. Okay, so the next shade I'm going to go in with is this shade right here, right underneath, and that is Seize the Day. It's just slightly darker in tone and all of that good jazz. I love this palette. Like, I just love the way Marlene has set that up from lightest to darkest to make it really super easy. Now, the brush that I'm going to go in with this time is my trusty dusty. I've got like 5 of these brushes. It's the Morphe M433. It's my favorite blending brush. It really, really is. It's a little bit, obviously, it's smaller than the first buffing brush that I used. And what I love about this brush is that I can really pack the color in, right, on the outer corner, and then buff it up, and it blends itself out. The shadow blends itself out with this brush because of the way of the bristles are. Okay, it's like not that dense, it's not that fluffy, it's like something in between. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I love about it. So let's go ahead and dig right into here. Let me show you how I'm going to do this. And ooh, you know what? First, what I'm going to do, you see how that creased so fast? I'm going to go ahead and fix that. I'm going to blend out those creases. Yes, I don't care. P. Louise creases, everything creases. And of course, I didn't set it with any powder. But I'm going to just go ahead and take those creases out. And no matter what, I'm a crease, okay? Because I'm old, period. Okay, so you see, I could pack that shade, I'm going to pack it right on the lid. Okay. But I am not going to go below this point here. Like, I'm going to now just keep on packing. I'm going to put some more product on. Because I love layering colors. That is my thing. I layer colors. Now you see how I'm packing? Now I'm just taking the brush and I'm just packing. And you see how the depth of color is coming? Because of that. Okay, then I'm going to take it right here and get, my crease is like deep. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to take the tip of that brush and blend up. Right, and keep on going, and as I go up, this is getting lighter. Okay, so you're gonna create and be able to achieve that, you know, layered look. And then what I'm gonna do now, since I pulled some of that product up, right, I'm gonna turn my brush to the side. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, versus flat way, right, I'm gonna turn it to its side and blend. And it's naturally going to blend that shadow out. But I'm not going beyond this line right there. I'm not going beyond it. And I'm going to extend it up. Just keep on going. Just keep on blending. Until you really see what you want. You know what I'm saying? It's very visual. You have to know what you want, what you like, all that jazz. And you will be able to tell when you should stop. You know, me, I'm obsessive. I could keep on going, for real. Like, I just love the blending process. And when you're doing this part of it, lightly, you hold your brush at the end, light pressure. You see what I'm saying? Light pressure. Okay. Now, with no additional product, I'm going to go ahead and bring it in. See, now I'm going to bring it in and blend it with the rest. And through this process, you know, once I stop, okay, let me stop here. Let me take a step back and look far away, because when the mirror is up to here, it's almost like you're in focus, but you also lose focus. You lose perception, I believe. And I think I always talk about that. So I have a mirror right here, so I'm looking away to see, okay, what does it look like from a distance? And it's blended beautifully, if I do say so myself, but I'm nowhere near finished. Okay, so I feel like I want to tap my brush in the color just a little bit more. Tap, 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 and bring it a little bit darker in the outer corner, I mean. Okay, and then bring it in again, because I do want this crease to get a little darker. Okay, very gently, like I'm like buffing, buff. I think that's the word for it. That's what I'm going to use anyway, is buff. Okay, and then bring it up out into the corner and buff it into the lighter shade, your transition. And just keep on going. Just keep on going until you feel you want to stop. Okay, I am currently satisfied with that blend. So now we're going to move forward, and we're going to go into the last darkest shade, which is Time Travel. Here is the shade right here. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. And it's going to give me that smokiness that I want. Now, I'm going to now switch over to an even smaller, denser brush, because I'm not necessarily bringing that shade all the way up. Okay, and I want to really have a powerful packing punch to the outer corner. So the brush I'm going to go into now is the Morphe M456 brush. No, I'm not affiliated with Morphe. Morphe ain't sponsoring this video. I know I'm using a lot of Morphe brushes, but I really do have my favorites. So this brush is really similar to the Morphe 433, but this is even a little bit smaller, a little bit more tapered, and a little bit more denser in feel. So it's gonna pack a punch. I am gonna go do a brush video, I mean, to really explain what I use and why I use it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and dip it into Time Travel and stamp it on per usual. Again, stamp. Look at that. Look at that. See, I'm stamping and bringing it into the middle. I love layering shades. I really do. I'm gonna put some more on just because I can. Put some more, and I'm gonna do the same thing now. Go right into that, like right into the socket. This is what I'm doing, like going right into my socket. My hand is down low on the brush, and with that I'm still taking it and blending it out. Now I'm gonna flip it and blend out the rest, going upwards and getting right here into this wing, because you still want that shade, that color to transition into the wing part of the shadow. I hope I'm explaining this, guys, to you okay, because it's not like I do a lot of like full out totally kind of teaching like videos like this, even though I do, but they're very minute. I'm trying to be a little bit more detailed, and I hope I'm explaining it and articulating it correctly. Pray for me. Now I'm going to go ahead and just bring it in to the inner corner just a bit. Then I'm going to flip it to the side and continue on the blending process, but I'm not putting any additional product on it, because ultimately what I'm trying to achieve, although I'm pulling this shade into the inner corner, I personally want it to remain the darkest in the outer corner. You see what I'm saying? I want it to remain the darkest, so that's why I'm kind of feathering it out, but at the same time that shade will be there. And again, when you get to this outer corner, when you're trying to transition all these shades into that lighter shade, lightly, just a light hand. You don't have to be like, because it's not going to go well. Very lightly. See? Pretty. And take my other brush now, the previous brush, and go ahead and blend out a little bit more. Help with the seamlessness of the blend. Okay, so this is like blended out to perfection for the most part at the moment. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to cut the crease. Okay, this is my method. This is the way I like to do it. Again, the hoods are real, so I'm going to clean this off, okay, because I don't want my shadows to mix. I'm going to use a Q-tip. This is my trusty handy micellar water that I use, and I'm gonna map out that cut crease, okay? Because the struggle is real, even for me who does a lot of cut creases. You know, my eyes are different shapes, so don't, you know, think that if you try this look or you doing cut crease, one may look different than the other. It's the truth. It may look different than the other. My eye is a different shape than this eye slightly, okay? You know, one side of your body is longer than the other. You have 3 lobes on one side and 2 lobes of the lung on another side. It's just science, okay? So it's okay. Dang, I really got into that analogy, huh? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna map it out. So I gotta look, because I have hooded eyes, I went even higher than usual. You have to go high because everything will transfer to that upper lid if you don't. So, but I went dramatically high with this, and I did that on purpose. Why I feel like I can't talk today? Jeez. So let me go over here. I'm gonna try to see if I could do this. Start over here. I'm gonna just look at this other eye and see where I went. Okay. And I might get it exact, I might not, but I'm gonna try my best to do so. It's just easier starting with this Q-tip and taking off the product off my eye. Okay, so got that cleaned up, and now I do have my favorite concealer brush. This is my favorite concealer brush. This, oh my god, what collection is this? Oh my god, I forgot the name of the collection. It's a whole wooded collection I got 2 years ago. I forget the name, oh my god. But anyway, this is my favorite concealer brush, and this is a big brush, okay? So let's put some concealer on my hand, and then I'm gonna coat both sides and begin very slowly, and hold my breath and don't breathe. Okay. Okay. And originally I'm gonna go just right. I gotta look to see. And it's a lot of back and forth. But you see how fast I just stamp it at first, okay? Stamp it, stamp it. Now I'm going lower than what I took off, just so I could have the guide, and then I'll go up closer and closer as I continue to look back and forth to get it as closely as possible to the other eye. Okay, so now look. Okay, I gotta fix this. Go up a little bit more. Okay, you just gotta be very careful and just, you know, but it's not hard, I promise you guys, it's not. So now I'm not gonna put any more product on the brush, but I'm just gonna go and pat in between that blue and that concealer to blend that in. You guys know how I feel about harsh lines over here near the end of my cut crease. Even though it's gonna be covered, it is what it is. Now I'm going to put this shade and do the cut crease, and the shade here is Medieval, and I'm going all the way back up here because this is the foil shade. Okay, now even though I'm going over with a glitter and everything, that will help what I put on top in terms of this glitter piece. There'll be, you know, that blue underneath that glitter, you know what I mean, and it's gonna provide it that definition look that I want. Now I will tell you, first I'm gonna use a packing brush for this. This is my Sigma E57, okay, my firm shader brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and dig into that shade and just go on and pack and pack. Okay, so what I wanted to tell you guys is, like, I wish this was just a little bit lighter, because if this shade was a little bit lighter, it would have brought more definition into the cut crease, because it's not so far off from the outer corner, if that makes sense. Now, in terms of the glitter piece of this, once I finish this step, you could really stop here. You could stop here and don't even put the glitter on and do the most like I've done. Okay, you could stop here, throw some liner on, throw some lashes on, and it's a beautiful dramatic look. Beautiful cut crease, okay? So as you can see, I'm packing and packing and packing, and I'm trying to, of course, get right up to that crease line, but I'm gonna go in with a different brush for that, okay? Well, I may not even need to, be honest with you. Okay, now that that's done, even though I went all the way up to the line, because I want the line to be a little bit more defined, I want to go in with that last color, with the darker color right here, Time Travel, and I'm going to take like a small detailed Morphe M212. Like this sucker is small, okay? Small. And I'm going to tap it, and then I'm going to go, and you guys see me don't do this before if you watched me for a long time. And then I'm going to start here right at the crease line, and I'm just going to darken it up and blend it up a bit. Just like such. Okay guys, now I'm gonna go back in with Time Travel on this brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and start packing some of that color that I lost from all the blending that I've done. And then I'm gonna feather it into that foil shade, okay? Now, again, like I said, once you blend this part out, you see, into that foil shade and all that jazz, you can really stop here. Again, throw the lash, do your lash line, all that jazz, and lashes, and you're done. But this, I'm telling you, like, the cut crease is not light enough for my liking just to leave it as it is, you know what I'm saying? It would have to be like a really lighter color than this dark blue. This is just too close together for me to be satisfied. Okay, now I'm gonna take some glitter glue. I'm gonna use my Too Faced glitter glue. Running out of this. I'm gonna stamp my brush into the glitter glue and get it on the eye. Just like such. I know, guys, this is like doing the most. But I just want to show you guys that you guys could do this crap. You know what I'm saying? It ain't, you know, rocket science. You just got practice. You know what I'm saying? And know this, you know, and know this, learn your eye. Now here is the craziness. This is chunky glitter. This is a glitter by Midas Cosmetics times Jennifer Locanis, Sprinkle with Love, and it's a very chunky glitter. Now how I choose to put this on is with a Q-tip. You see me trying to like not bend my eye, is with a Q-tip. This is the best way that I've been able to do it. And what I do is I have a makeup wipe right here, and so I wet it. I just dab it with the makeup wipe, dab it into the makeup wipe, and then I'm going to dip it into the glitter like such to get the product on the Q-tip now. And then I'm just gonna stamp, and it takes time, and I keep on doing that. Dip it back into the makeup wipe and then dip it into the glitter and then stamp it on, and you go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now it may seem weird, but I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to take that time travel, and I'm just going to pat the edges right at the edge just to give that edge of the glitter some blue. I'm not rubbing, I'm packing. The glitter is not even coming off. Well, some of it is. But I'm just packing and going back and forth and redoing and retouching and redoing and retouching just until I'm satisfied, okay? And I will tell you this, you guys will be finding glitter all over your bathroom, wherever you do your makeup, all over your house for days, okay? I washed my face 2-3 times in 2-3 days and I still find glitter specks all over the place. So that point is annoying, but it's pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna do my inner corner now. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Mice Cosmetics Flower Bomb palette, and I'm gonna use this beautiful shade here called Clover, and I'm going to go ahead and do my inner corner. This is a super light lime green, and it just gives it a little pop in the inner corner. The lashes I'm going to be using today is by Drenched Cosmetics, and they're in the style Flare. They are so dramatic, so pretty. You guys know that I want to fly away when I wear lashes. You guys know this. These are so gorgeous, so beautiful, so flary, the whole nine. If it focuses, it'll be great. There we go. Look how big, and oh, I love them. My lashes here marinating in the glue. Now, to do my lower lash line, the only shades I'm going to use is this shade right here and the bottom one. Pretty simple. Let's get this lash on. Okay, now I'm gonna throw some white eyeliner in my waterline. I like using a white eyeliner, especially when it looks like this. It opens up the eyes, it gives that under eye a little pop and all that good jazz. And usually I would go in with the Jeffree Star Drug Lord lippy, but I'm gonna use this NARS eyeliner in white, and it's really good. It's really creamy. I do like this white. Okay, so I'm gonna go put my base on. I'm gonna take off all this excess glitter that I have on my lashes and fix all this and come back. We're gonna do a lippy and we're gonna do the final look, and you already know this, okay? So I will be right back. So the lippy I'm gonna be using today is by Gerard Cosmetics, and this is in the shade Dreamweaver. It's one of their metals, and you guys already know it is my fave.